Good afternoon, faithful. It is your boy, Niners Sickness, with the Niners Sickness podcast. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Thursday? Well, we got a new addition to the 49er Familia. The Niners went ahead and signed defensive end Kemoko Turay to a 1-year contract. And we're going to talk about that after this intro. Welcome back, faithful. Welcome. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good time. We're going to talk a little bit of 49er football. Let me just get this out there real quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second real quick. Make sure this is working. How's everybody doing today? I hope everyone is having a wonderful time. We have a new addition to the Familia. And did the Niners need to bring in another defensive end? A lot of people may say yes. A lot of people may say no. Personally, I think this is a great addition to the 49er family. I think adding a defensive end that had 5.5 sacks last season and 22 pressures with the Colts, it's pretty good. I mean, he's going to be a rotational player with Sanson, Ikukam, and Charlie Aminihu. So he's going to be part of the rotation on the opposite side of Nick Bosa. We're getting a healthy Javon Kinlaw back. And then we're going to add this kid to that defensive line. The 49ers are slowly but building a solid defense for the 2022 campaign. I'm excited to see what the Niners are going to do in the 2022. We're going to start Trey Lance, the new future of this franchise. This defense under DeMeco Ryans for the second year is going to be amazing. Amazing. our special teams is definitely going to be better than it was last year. We added a coach to the position. We added players that are going to be instrumental to that special teams. So I'm definitely excited to see the transition of this team going forward. We're building our special teams. We're building our front seven. We're patching up the secondary. Offensively, we have question marks still at guard. But I believe the Niners will go ahead and tackle that. No pun intended. In that position. And if Trey Lance becomes the quarterback that we all expect him to be, this offense and this defense and this special teams may be something special in 2022. Could this be the year that the Niners get over the hump and get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl? Now, a lot of Niner fans are still questioning the whole Debo situation, but I am not concerned about Debo right now. If anything have shown in history, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan don't concern themselves about re-signing a veteran or extending a contract into either July or August. It has been shown with Kittle coming off a Super Bowl run. They didn't sign him until August. The following year, Fred Warner was up. They did not get his contract situated until July, almost August. I expect Debo to be taken care of. So I am not concerned about Debo at this point. Come late July, early August. And again, if there's no trade talks during the draft, Debo isn't going anywhere. So we're building an offense. We are rebuilding a special teams. And we are reinforcing our defense. I'm really excited to see what the Niners are going to do this season. Really am. I'm fired up. Kemoko Ryan coming back for his second year. We saw what he did year one, his rookie year. Imagine now having a year under his belt. Debo is going to be fun to watch. What's up, Roberto? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, brother. Thank you for wiping your feet. I appreciate it. I was just kind of talking a little bit about this 2022 season. We just added a defensive end, Kemoko, Turay, number 57 from the Colts. Imagine, Roberto, how this team is going to look like in 2022. If we can get the guard situated, which I think we will, if Trey Lance is the quarterback that we hope he will be, we add more players in the draft. We brought in a corner. We add a safety in the draft. Arguably, we already have the three best linebacker core in the NFL. You tighten up special teams. I'm telling you, this team will be special this season. This team will be special this season for sure. I cannot wait to see what Kemoko Ryans does with this defense in year 2. I cannot wait to see what Kemoko Ryans does year 2 with this defense. And then special teams, you're going to notice a big difference on special teams when it comes to yards on the field. When there's a punt return, field is everything. Where do you start on the field? Do you start in your own 5-yard line, own 10-yard, or do you start in your 40-yard line? There's a big difference starting off on your own 35, 40, than it is starting at your own 5 or 10. How many times last year did the Niners start at their own 10? Field position is everything in the NFL. With the addition of these playmakers in special teams, we are going to be able to move the ball well, and we're going to put Trey Lance in a great position to start drives. Ray McLeod is electrifying. Young man, fun to watch. Hopefully he'll bring back the memories of one Ted Ginn Jr. Special teams are got better. Defense got better. Our offense is in the process of getting better. We definitely have an upgrade at quarterback. The whole Debo situation, I'm not concerned about. Debo will be signed. Debo will be signed. No worries. Good signing, bringing Kemoko to the Bay. I like it. 5.5 sacks, Roberto, and 22 pressures. He's a good replacement for Arden Key. Definitely. Now he can go and challenge Samson Ikegam, and helping Nick Bosa do his thing. I like our front seven. I like our secondary. We just got to bring in a safety. And I think if we draft a good safety and we hit on the safety, our secondary is going to be solid. Special teams is going to be solid. And offense is going to, if we can move the ball with Trey, especially in an NFC division that is pretty weak now. I mean, all the good quarterbacks left. I mean, who do we have in the NFC? Tampa Bay. Maybe the Packers, but I think the Packers got worse with losing Devontae Adams, even though they just added Sammy Watkins, but he's no Devontae Adams. The Cowboys are always a question mark. And then you have the Rams and you have the 49ers. So you don't have a powerful NFC. But the Niners got better special teams. They got better on defense. They keep adding pieces to the defense. They worked that offensive line. And Trey Lance, already, to me, it's an upgrade to Jimmy G. It will be endless to see what we can do in 2022. How you doing, John? Welcome to the stream. Chris Kasarik got more weapons. Absolutely. And when the Niners are not done yet, we don't know what they're going to do in the draft. But now they can bring in a developmental defensive end. They don't have to get a defensive end at 61. Maybe they go safety. And maybe at 93 or 105, they can get a defensive end that they can develop under Chris Kasarik. Because now we have enough people to rotate opposite of Nick Bosa. We don't have to go get that top pass rusher. I mean, this whole draft is deep in pass rushers. We can get a developmental pass rusher and develop him under Chris Kasarik with the addition of Kemoko. And a weak NFC division, the 49ers are in position to make some noise this year. Let's look at division by division. The NFC West, you got the Rams who won the Super Bowl, but to me, the Rams got weaker. I don't care if the Rams added Wagner. I don't care if the Rams added Allen Robinson. They lost a total of 8 starters. The Rams lost a total of 8 starters, and they only replenished it with 2. They lost 8, and they added 2. So they lost a total of 6, right? They didn't get better. They lost their starting left tackle to retirement. They lost their left guard to free agency. Now they have to replace not only the tackle, but the guard on the left side, the blind side of Matthew Stafford. So how effective are the Rams truly going to be? The Cardinals, I don't know about them. We know the Seahawks are not going to be that much of a threat anymore without Wilson. The NFC East, you have the Cowboys and possibly the Redskins, the Commanders. I think Philadelphia might make some noise. We'll see. And the NFC South, you have Tampa Bay. Pretty much it. And the NFC North, pretty much just the Packers. So, truth be told, the Niners are primed to make a run in 2022. Now, they got to establish the guard position, which I think they will. Trey Lance needs to play better than good, which I think he will. Our special teams got way better. Way better. And we keep adding pieces to the defense. Roberto says, if we draft an edge rusher, who would you like to draft? I like that kid Malone. The kid Malone, he's a developmental pass rusher that we can get in the 4th round. And there's another kid, I can't think of his name. He's pretty good too. I apologize for my dog. But now we're not forced to have to take a pass rusher at 61. We can address the safety position. Imagine, I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you guys, okay? But just conversational wise, just talking on my podcast here today, imagine if the Niners drafted Cook, running back, with the 61. You're like, wait a minute. Whoa. But this kid Cook, Dalvin's brother, fits the offense to a T. Elijah Mitchell, Cooks, and Jeff Wilson Jr. I don't know what's going on with Trey Sermon. Maybe we can trade him if he doesn't work out. But I like the idea of drafting a running back or a receiver at 61, if not a safety. But I think we don't have to address the defensive end at 61 because we added Kemoko today. We can draft a defensive end in the fourth, fifth round and develop him under Chris Kosurik. Cardcast, how you doing? Delangelo Malone from Western Kentucky. Yes, that's the kid that we can develop, and we can draft him at least in the fourth round. This kid has potential to be great. He just needs to continue to be developed. But now, with the addition, I mean, this kid from the Colts, he's not the greatest pass rusher, but 5.5 sacks and 22 pressures in 2021 is pretty good. Again, remember, we're not bringing a pass rusher to be the man. We already got Nick Bosa to do that. We're bringing pass rushers that can assist Nick Bosa and make this defense better. I'm doing well, Cardcast. Thank you for asking. Thank you for wiping your feet as well. Appreciate that. So, I like the direction the 49ers are going, and I know there's been all this drama about Deebo Samuel. Is Deebo Samuel going to get signed? Are they going to sign Deebo Samuel? Is he going to get traded? Please don't concern yourself with that right now. Deebo is too valuable to the 49ers to be traded. Deebo is too valuable for the 49ers to be traded. The Niners will make their best offer to Deebo. And I believe Deebo will sign a contract with the 49ers. I know that it's the offseason and we got to talk about something, and people, the whole he took off his pictures and he stopped following the Niners, blah, 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 and this or that. At the end of the day, it's only April. Fred Warner got signed in July. Kittle got signed in August. Deebo will be signed. The Niners are not foolish. And people say, wow, wait a minute. They let DeForest Buckner walk. I mean, that's the argument a lot of 49ers have, right? How could the Niners allow DeForest Buckner to walk? But let's be honest. Look at the position that DeForest Buckner played, and look at the position that Deebo Samuel plays. Deebo is more valuable to the Niners than DeForest Buckner ever was. They wanted to keep DeForest Buckner. They tried to sign him, but he wanted too much money for the production that he was giving the Niners. And the Niners decided to just let him walk. And they traded him to the Colts. I don't expect that to happen with Debo. I expect the Niners to make a push and extend Debo and then extend Nick Bosa this year or the following year. And Nick Bosa already said he don't have an issue with worrying about his contract until the next offseason, which I think is pretty cool. So, the Niners upgraded their defense today. They already upgraded their special teams with a new special teams coach, added players to that. We brought in a really good safety. I'm excited about Ward. I don't know about you guys, but I'm truly excited about Ward. I think Ward is going to be special in this defense. The way D'Amico Ryans disguises corners, Ward is going to be perfect. You got Emmanuel Mosley. You got Avery Thomas coming back a second year. He's only going to get better. If we draft Marcus Jones, possibly for the slot, to replace K'Wan Williams, we add a safety like maybe Kirby or Nick Cross to that secondary. We got a front seven that's going to terrorize quarterbacks. And you know what, guys? Listen, I know a lot of you guys are not high, and maybe this is me being a homer. I don't know. But I know a lot of you guys are not high on Javon Kinlaw. Oh, Javon Kinlaw, the Niners should have just drafted Wars over him. Now, I do like Wars as a tackle, but I think Javon Kinlaw is going to truly surprise a lot of you faithful this year. He has been playing with a lingering injury. An injury that has been lingering and bothering him, and he's been trying to play through it. If you ever played football and you have a lingering injury, it's psychological. It messes with you. The pain, it messes you within your mind. It's a part of you. You can try to play around it, but it will show up on the film. Coach Kyle Shanahan has said it. Javon Kinlaw was on SF 49ers, a podcast himself, and said he has never felt as good as he feels now. He is healthy. Kyle Shanahan has said that Javon Kinlaw looks the healthiest he ever has. Imagine if Javon Kinlaw takes off alongside of Nick Bosa. And then you have Kemoko. You have Charlie Omenihu. You have Samson Ikukam. And then we brought back, what's his name? The kid that went to the Seahawks. He came back. We have a great rotation at the front. Our special teams, which is going to control a lot of the field position, is better. The Niners last year started at their own 10-yard line multiple times. Too many times for my liking. Now they're going to be able to start at the 30, 35, even 40-yard line. play calling is completely different at the 40-yard line than at your own 10-yard line. That's going to allow Kyle Shanahan to make better calls for a young Trey Lance. Now, if Trey Lance can be the quarterback that we expect him to be, ladies and gentlemen, with Debo, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Juwan Jennings, whatever additions we bring in the draft, imagine the possibilities of this team. Especially in a weak NFC division. Who really imposes a threat to the Niners in the NFC? Tampa Bay? We know the Packers. The Packers, even at their best, cannot do nothing to beat the Niners. And that game last year in the regular season, the Niners lost it because of special teams. So, the Packers are not a problem. The Cowboys, I don't think they're a problem. The Rams, I mean, they beat us once in the NFC Championship, which is, if you want to argue, if you're gonna beat a team, that's the team to beat them on. But we have beat them 7 times in a row or 6 times in a row. They're not a threat, and they got worse. The Rams, people think the Rams got better. They didn't. They got worse. I mean, we lost our left guard, and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do there. But we still have the best left tackle in football, right? While the Rams lost their left tackle to retirement and they lost their left guard to free agency, how are they going to replace that? That's the blind side of Matthew Stafford. Our defensive ends are going to eat against the Rams. So who really imposes a threat to the Niners in the NFC? We're getting better. Other teams are getting worse. Good afternoon, 49er minded. Welcome to the stream, brother. Yeah, we got the Packers, and now they don't have Devonta. You're right. They don't have Devontae Adams. Yeah, they added Sammy Watkins. But you guys got to remember, Sammy Watkins is not the receiver that he was once. He was never even great, to be honest with you. There's no way he lasted all the way into April, barely signed today with the Packers for 1 year, if Sammy Watkins was such a threat. So, they lose Devontae Adams, and they bring in Sammy Watkins. Oh, yeah. The Packers are going to be rolling. Now, if the Packers draft a couple of receivers in the first round, that can change a lot of things for the Packers. We'll have to wait and see after the draft. But right now, the Packers are not a threat to the Niners. They're not. So, I'm excited to see what the Niners do. Watkins is good, but he's nothing compared to D. Adams. Absolutely correct. He's not an upgrade at all. Packers got fleeced on the Adams trade to the Raiders. And that's because Devontae Adams just wanted. I really believe that Devontae Adams just got tired of the whole Aaron Rodgers crap. Honestly. He wanted to play with his old quarterback from Fresno State Bulldogs and Derek Carr, yes. But I think he left the Packers because he just got tired of all that drama with Aaron Rodgers, personally. So he decided to move on. So the Packers didn't get better. They got worse. The Rams got worse. People are, you know, if Pale Time, if you see this, or a Rams Ramilia Sports sees this video, I am not being negative against your Rams, but I'm being honest. I'm being truthful. You lose 8 starters and you only replenish it with 2. So you're out 6. How did the Rams get better by losing 8 starters and only bringing in 2? Especially the 2 left positions, tackle and guard, are gone. The Rams are not going to be that much of a threat. Tampa Bay is probably the only team they can oppose some type of threat. But I'm telling you, with special teams giving us great field position, will put us in situations to be successful. I believe in Turay. Maybe I'm being a homer. I know that we don't know what to expect from Turay. We don't. Absolutely correct. We do not know what to expect from Turay. Turay can be great or he can be a bust. We don't know. But what I've seen so far in Turay, I like. I really do. If we can get the guard situated, Mike McGlinchey is looking good in his return. If Aaron Banks works out at left guard, and we draft well, the Niners are primed to make a run in 2022. They are. For those that love Jimmy, it is what it is. But to me, Trey Lance is definitely an upgrade to Jimmy G. And listen, I am not the Niners. I am not the organization. I am not John Lynch, obviously, or Kyle Shanahan. I just don't see Jimmy being on this roster at the start of the 2022 season. I don't. I think they're going to try to move him in the draft if they can. If not, they're going to continue to allow him to heal. Once he clears his physical, and they don't have to pay him that $7 million. And at that point, if a team doesn't still try to draft for him, even for future draft picks, the Niners will just cut him. They're going to cut him. They're going to cut him somewhere around June. And this is where they're going to use that money towards Debo. They're just waiting either to trade him or for him to clear physical. And Jimmy's gone. That's why when I hear, oh, Jimmy's going to be a backup. Jimmy's going to back up. No, he's not. No, he's not. You don't want Trey Lance looking over his shoulder. In theory, having Jimmy and Trey on the offense for 2022 sounds good, but it's not going to work. That money that is owed to Jimmy, it's just too much to have him sitting in the bench holding a clipboard. I just don't see it. It's not smart football. And John Lynch is not stupid. He went to Stanford. Kyle is not stupid. I'm telling you, if they don't trade him, once he clears physical, the dude's gone. They'll cut him. They'll cut their losses. You know, it is what it is. Let's go. Get him off the books. Let's focus on extending Debo. And let's just look forward and never look back. I don't see Jimmy being part of this roster in 2022. I don't. And if I'm wrong, then I'll come on here and admit it. But I don't think I am going to be. So I'm going to show you guys real quick a little bit of video of our new addition to the 49ers. We got Colts defensive end Kemoko Turay. He had 1 sack and 3 quarterback hits in this game. Let me start it. Here we go. Let's watch a little bit of film tape. Number 57. That was DeForest Buckner. I do miss him. But I think Javon Kinlaw is going to be amazing this year, personally. But let's focus on there's number 57 right there. Look at him. Look at him drive that tackle backwards. Look at him. Puts his hand on the shoulders, pads, and just drives him. You got to love what you see. I like that. I like what he brings to this defense. Number 57 is going to be amazing, especially under Chris Kasarik. Chris Kasarik brings the best out of an average defensive end and makes him way better. Look at that. This kid is 6'5". Big boy. I like what he brings. I like what he's going to do for the 49. Look at the pressure. Look at him. Just fly. Look at the speed of him. Imagine him opposite of Nick Bosa. Woo-wee. On a 3rd and 6. This is where we're going to be good. Look at that. Here he comes. I love the rotation that is going to take place amongst our defensive front line. Look at him. Bring that pressure. I love it. Look at that pressure. There we go. Look at it. He's coming. He's coming. Boom. Okay, he got the ball away, but he had to throw it a little faster than he wanted to. Look at him. Boom. Fly. Look at him. Boom. Never finishes the play until the play is over. Yes, nice speed at the edge. 49er minded. Nice. I love what we just seen. The kid has speed. The kid has speed. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. He looks good. And what I like about him is not only the sacks, but the pressures. Look at that reverse. Look at that spin. See that spin? That was pretty good. Man, the Colts were swarming on that play. Boom, look at that. Never give up on a play. I like this. I like the signing of this kid. I don't know about you guys, but I like the Niners bringing in this kid to compete on the rotation, especially under Chris Kasarik. I'm telling you, an average player on a different team can become a well-paid defensive end on the Niners under Chris Kasarik. Look at, I can't think of his name for some reason, the kid that we lost to Kerry Hyder. There you go. Kerry Hyder was average before he came to the Niners. The Niners got him paid. Then he comes back. Arden Key, average. Now he's with the Jags getting paid. This is what Chris Kasarik does. He turns an average D lineman and makes him really good and gets him paid. I like the speed of this kid. Yes, 49er minded. Absolutely. People focus too much on sacks. I love sacks. But people focus way too much on sacks and forget about pressures. Pressure. Disrupt the quarterback. Get the quarterback out of his play. If the quarterback makes mistakes, this is where we come and have a good game. So, let me read some of these comments real quick. I love our rotation. I was hoping for a major upgrade on the opposite side, but maybe our rotation has improved to the point where we don't have to draft an S early. I think that's going to be the case, Bashar. I think with the addition of this kid, I think the Niners can focus at a different position, and then maybe in the fourth round they can draft someone like D'Angelo Malone out of Kentucky, and he's a more of a developmental pass rusher that we can develop. So I agree. I don't think the Niners need to draft a pass rusher with their 61 pick overall. Yeah, that is true. That is true as well. Nice speed at the edge. Yeah, I love the speed. Yeah, pressure are very important. People think that 5.5 sacks aren't impressive, but if he brings consistent pressure, it's a W. It's a win. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to get off of here. It's been fun. I'm going to go eat breakfast. I know it's 2:35 Pacific Standard Time, but I woke up late, so I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm going to go have breakfast. I wanted to come on here and just talk about our new addition to the 49ers. Great job, John Lynch. Great job, Kyle Shanahan. I'm excited to see what happens going forward. Hey, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of the Niners Sickness Podcast. Have a blessed evening, and we'll see you on the next podcast. God bless.